Yeah. I am so on time. I feel proud of myself. I always seem like I'm so happy when it starts live, but I am. And I'm gonna wait for a couple of you guys to get here. Hello to you guys who are already here. Let me see. We still got, you can't really tell, but because the thing is in the way, but right about there. What time is it? Like, yeah, 2 o'clock. So I got a ways to go before the day's over, but I got this. Hey, you guys. I am good. I'm doing good today. As far as test results go, I'm just going to jump into all of any type of symptoms that I may have been feeling, and for probably the past 3 months since mid-January, I've been feeling very off. Like, I couldn't put my finger on it. I would talk to my friends, I would talk to some of my family, and nothing really connected. I just knew something was going on because, one, all of my weight loss efforts, everything that I know how to do to lose weight has not been working efficiently like I know it does. Um, so I told the doctor that, for one. Also, I told him I'm constantly hungry. Like, I can fast. I do my intermittent fasting. I stop eating around 8 p.m. Or even earlier if I can. And then I don't eat again until like 1 p.m. the next day. And through that time, I'm not hungry. I'm usually never hungry. And if I start getting hungry, I usually just drink water and that feeling goes away. But once I start eating and I open that eating window, it's like I'm eating everything. The second I start, not pregnant. Not pregnant. No. The second that I start eating, I cannot stop. Like, it's almost like a ravenous type of thing. Like, I can't get enough food. And like, the second I'm done with a meal, and the crazy thing is I'm getting really full while I'm eating, but the second the food's gone and I have nothing left on the plate, I feel like I never ate anything and I'm hungry again. So that, um, the feeling of not being satiated, I do not get satisfied at all. And then the worst, the worst problem, I crave carbs the entire day. I crave sugar. I crave everything. And for most of you guys, that means that in the presence of sugar or carb craving, anything, you're not burning fat. So I've honestly just been lucky enough through my efforts to, try to eat healthy and go to the gym, make sure I stay on a routine, that I'm not gaining weight, but I'm not losing weight either. I'm staying right at 200.00. I've stayed there for weeks. And then if I do stop going to the gym and I'm only eating, then I'll start gaining weight, but I've kept it around 200. So I just saw the words, somebody mentioned it, but as I was talking to the doctor, he said, well, have you ate anything today? This is like 8 o'clock in the morning. No, I haven't eaten yet. So we went ahead and did some lab testing, and he tested my insulin and my prolactin and my testosterone. Those two things for other reasons, but my insulin was crazy. Um, Thank you. um, and even I've never thought of PCOS being a problem because my periods have been regular my entire life. Even when I was at my heaviest, I've had a healthy pregnancy. I didn't have gestational diabetes. And, just in my mind thinking that I've lost this weight, and I didn't cut out sugar. I didn't have I didn't lose weight through a keto diet in the beginning, so it wasn't like my body couldn't have any sugar then. So why is it so like crazy off now? I don't know if I'm developing PCOS, and I actually just found out the results of the test this morning. Like when I woke up, I saw an email and I went in and checked my little chart. Um, so I haven't spoke to my doctor yet, and I don't know what he's gonna recommend. Even no matter what he recommends, he specializes in like weight loss patients and like sugar problems and all the stuff that I'm talking about. So I do like sitting down and talking to him. But as far as like prescribing any type of medication that would help, I'm not there for it. I'm definitely going to figure out what I need to do through my diet, through supplements or anything that I can get on my own organically. Um, so that does explain a lot. I don't know why I didn't think of insulin resistance being a thing, because obviously it is. And I watched Dr. Berg enough that I should have known that in the beginning. But when I was on my way to the gym this morning, I watched one of his videos about insulin resistance, and he was just like, bam, 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 hit single every every single thing that has been going on with me. And I thought it was because I started a keto diet. If you guys remember, in the beginning of the year, I water fasted into keto. I stayed on keto for about a month, but the second that my body went out of ketosis and I started eating carbs again, it wasn't in a crazy excess, but just like the reintroduction of carbs totally threw my body off. And it's like, I guess my body started to get used to the fact that, oh, she's doing good. She's not eating any type of sugar. So we like that. And then once I started eating it again, it was just like poof, insulin, like bomb, and my body couldn't take it. So, I was thinking, wow, I'm never going to do keto again because that totally messed me up. And now I crave carbs and sugar and this all the time. But it's the insulin resistance. And it's a bitch. It really is. Because when I tell you guys, it is so hard not to eat bread, even just like whole grains and stuff. And a lot of you guys know whole grains does not mean it's healthy. Eating whole grains does not mean you're not going to gain weight. And I'm honestly going to have to make some huge changes that my body is not ready for. Mentally, I'm really going to have to make a lot of changes. And if that means doing keto again, that just means I'm going to have to do it and stick to it, which is so hard, especially living with Cuddy, because this nigga loves sugar. Like, he can get away with it. I don't know if he ain't going through some type of insulin resistance, but maybe he is too. Who knows? But being around food that will easily turn to sugar, it's been so easy for me to be like, oh, maybe I'll just have a bite, and then that little bite sends my sugar going. And my dad, he tested my sugar one day when I was at his house a few weeks ago, and I'm not sure what it was, but every time that my sugar is ever tested, it's always like way under 100. Like, it's been at like 56 before, and I felt completely fine. But my dad was looking at me like, are you about to pass out? You gonna die? I'm like, no, I'm chilling. But this is just all making so much sense to me now. And I've been like killing myself on the inside, because I feel like, your willpower is not there. You're not doing good enough. You're not pushing yourself hard enough, because if you were, you would be losing this weight. And it's been like mind-boggling how I've been doing everything that I have and staying at 200 for so long. It's pissing me off. But a lot of you guys know a lot of the extra weight that I do have is from my skin, but there's obviously an underlying like layer of fat that my body is never going to tap into, because I'm not in fat burning mode, for one, and I can't get out of this whole terrible cycle of craving carbs and sugar. So, anyway, I'm gonna get to the questions in a second. But yesterday I went to Barnes and Noble and I picked up this. You know, every time I go into Barnes and Noble, I'm always looking at the healthy type of cookbooks and stuff. But um, this is the Anti-inflammatory diet and action plan, and I more so got this book for the information in the front. Of course, there's a million amazing recipes in it, but you know, Pinterest is there for any recipes that you need. Um, but it gets into all the explanations about every single food that causes inflammation in your body. And through these past couple of months when I've been craving the sugar and carbs, I've noticed like the inflammation in my body is crazy. Um, I constantly have joint pain, especially when I'm working out really hard, and then I will come home and eat certain foods, or and these are even foods that are known to be healthy. But I know keto is life. Oh, you guys. I really just have to work my brain into staying consistent with it, because it is hard not to fall out of keto. Like, I've never practiced a diet in my life where you have to count, calories, you have to count macros. And I just felt like that was always so unsustainable for me. But I mean, if it's coming down to a point in my health where I can't succeed in my goals, then I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to suck it up and do it. But you know, those few couple, whatever, a month of keto that I did, I noticed such a turnaround in my body. But after, you know, getting knocked out and feeling this, I was so scared to ever do it again, because I felt like the next time I ever slip out of keto, it's going to be this 10 times harder. And I'm just going to fall back into a cycle of gaining weight and being brain fogged and just so much. But I think I'm on a roll today because I haven't eaten anything yet. Maybe so. So as of right now, my plan is to get everything out of the house that is not keto friendly. Again. And that it's not that much stuff, but there are a few things, because it's just a cycle. It's such a cycle. Up to losing 53. Oh, Karen, look at you. Better fuck it up here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna touch like on a different like live or actual video about this book, because I really like it. And I actually have a project that I'm working on, and I don't want to say too much about it yet because I don't have like dates, and I don't want to have you guys like waiting for something, but I am working just now. So yeah, that's pretty much my news. Let me go ahead and get to the comments real quick. Ooh. Hey girl, it's crazy beautiful life. Hello my love. Sheila, Latoya, Indira, Johnny, Nina Bina, Erica, Oreo. I follow you from Modesto, California. Oh, she said you're pregnant again. Girl, don't ever. Please don't ever. Insulin, yep. Pregnant, nope. Girl, I am insulin resistance, pre-diabetic. And isn't it crazy, you guys, how I've lost so much weight and I can still have problems like this? Maybe it's like my genetics are finally kicking in, because I'm positive my biological dad's side of the family, like everybody had diabetes. My grandma on that side, she died from diabetes, and she went through everything, like the going blind, the losing limbs, the a few other things, but she was overweight. She was very overweight when she passed, but it's like I'm finally starting to notice, like, girl, it's a lot. My hormones. The reason that I have my prolactin and my testosterone levels checked was because I've been noticing a lot more of the hairistism, hairistism, hair problems, like as far as like growing more hair here and on my arms, um, just like where women don't typically grow hair, and it's been getting like worse, and I don't take birth control anymore, and I'm not willing to take a prescribed birth control, especially any with pig hormones. So yeah, that's why I had that checked, and those levels are also very high. The testosterone level, I don't know like the actual range of where it's supposed to be, but like how it showed it on the chart, mine was like up here. Normal was like right here. Rare or low was like way down here. So I was very high. I don't think it's to the point where I need to take insulin shots. I don't know that I am actually diabetic. But I am starting to notice that I'm I have those crazy highs and those lows. Like I was leveling those out for a long time, and it was barely ever that I would start feeling like I was going to pass out because I hadn't eaten any sugar. But I'm starting to feel that way again, and I really hope it's not that. I don't want to take shots. And I feel like I've been, you know, I eat healthy. I thought I did. I work out every day pretty much. So if it is that, that sucks. Um, Let me go. Oh my god. Um, Whoa, where was I? Okay. Um, Insulin resistant. That is the main thing though. I'm positive insulin resistance is the reason that I'm not losing weight, and it just oh, it sucks because he's like he asked me if I wanted to be on all of these different diet pills. You want to be on phentermine, um, Ally, a couple other expensive ones that my insurance was not about to cover, and I said nah, no, because what happens when I get off of those? I'm right back in the same place or worse. So I'm gravy. Um, don't forget to mention why you quit keto. Oh yeah, I did. I think. Going into a little bit more detail, I think I was doing crazy fire good on keto. Like the first week, I think I lost like 10 pounds, and I was just amazed at how much fat and food, period, that I was eating. But it was hard not to slip up. Like I didn't ever have cravings for sugar or anything, but in my mind, it took me a second to remember, can I actually eat this, or how much of this can I eat before it becomes a problem? Because you can eat like a piece of chicken being on keto, and if you eat a huge piece of chicken, your insulin's still going to spike, and that's going to turn into sugar. Your sugar is going to go up. You're going to fall out of keto, and you're going to have to start the process over. So it's so confusing, man. And I have a ravenous appetite all the time. So it's like it's hard for me not to eat huge meals. I would rather eat 2 to 3 huge meals, or two 1 to 2 huge meals a day, than eat 6, 7 small ones like a lot of doctors tell you to do. Um, PCOS with diabetes and weight is called metabolic syndrome. You don't say. So there's a term for all this, man. I'm gonna look more into that. I just keep learning and learning. I have PCOS, but since I've changed my lifestyle, I've healed most of my side effects, like irregular periods and high testosterone. Like I said, I really thought that I didn't have PCOS because I always had irregular periods and irregular pregnancy, but you know, typically they prescribe metformin, which makes you have hella diarrhea. I used to be on that back in the day, and that did help me lose weight in the beginning. Like, not when I started my weight loss journey at all, but when I started taking it in high school, I was like TMI shitty all the time. But I did lose weight. But I was dehydrated a lot, a lot. And Cairo is not having nap time right now. He is not playing it. He just threw his cup across the room. Um, I have PCOS and always had normal periods. Interesting. I think I'm suffering from the same thing. I've been wanting to get tested for PCOS. I'm making an appointment now. I think I'm going to call my doctor back after this and see about our options. Um, Thinking the same issues, but I won't touch keto again. It made me shed a lot of hair. Ooh, hair. Now y'all know I'm not trying to shed no hair. Maybe I could afford to shed a little bit, but I don't know. I think though, from keeping a lot of fat in your diet, I don't know if that has anything to do with hair growth, but I know my hair was flourishing on keto. It was just like, it was always the perfect texture. Right now it's like really dried out because I was running and I like let my hair out, so it's very frizzy right now. But when you stay on high protein, high fat, low carb diet for a long period of time, you become, wow, oh my god, you guys answer everything. I can't deal, man. Y'all might as well be my doctors for real. Good thing I got insurance because I ain't paying for no doctors if y'all can tell me life. I know you had mentioned the Nicaraguas spring. I don't know. I forget that weird name that everybody has told me, and I still forget. But if you guys have watched my loose skin video, you can notice I still have some of that like black discoloration under my arms, and I thought that was just from deodorant and like my extra skin like kind of chafing like this, but that would make so much more sense. And that has never completely gone away. Like where it went away on my neck, where it went away between my thighs, and any other area, it never under my arms. So yeah, that would be another symptom. Um, Carb, I can get away with carb cycling for now. I wish. Get your hormones in balance. That could be reactive hypoglycemia. What happens is by the time your pancreas realizes your sugar stores are depleted, yeah, I heard that on the video as well. If I eat a cookie, my sugar will spike up to 250, then drop drastically. Wow. And I bet that's what mine would do. I bet that's what mine would do. Because it's to the point that I get those crazy highs right when I eat sugar. Like I even feel doped up, like happy as hell. Like I can get anything done in 5 minutes. And then after those 5 minutes, I need to eat everything all over again, or I need to go to sleep. And I'm like, this isn't right. This isn't right. And it blows my mind because in the beginning of my weight loss, when you would think that that would be a big problem, no, it wasn't. I wasn't craving sugar at all. And even when I did eat sugar, it didn't throw me into the cycle that I'm in now. So maybe it's like starting now in this age that I'm at. I don't know. And again, like I said, maybe starting keto kind of set this whole thing up, and now I need to go back to keto. But if I go back to keto, which I keep saying if, but I need to, this is going to have to be a lifetime long thing. And I'm just going to have to accept that. This sucks. I'm saying that now, but you know, once I get back into it and I'm used to it, it's not going to suck. It's going to save my life. Guess that's the way I gotta look at it. Are you the size of your clothes affected or just your weight? The size of my clothes? No, I still pretty much fit the same size clothes. And if I go to the gym, as I did today, I had a pretty intense workout. I'm not even hungry right now. It's 2, almost like 3 o'clock probably. And I normally eat at 1, being when I break my fast. But until I introduce food into my day, I don't crave food at all. So, anyway, yeah, my clothes still fit the same. I actually, working out, like doing like a crazy HIIT session or doing a lot of cardio, or just working out, period. If I do it really hard, it's an appetite suppressant to me. When most people are like, afterward, they need food, that's not me. And I think that was one thing that helped me in the beginning of my weight loss, because it was easy for me to go home, take a shower, get ready for work, go to work, and not be like, oh my God, I need food right now. 23-hour fast. Maybe I need to try doing that, like upping my fast hours or fasting for like 2 days of the week consecutively rather than like every day. As determined as you are, I'm sure you're going to reverse that insulin resistance pronto. I sure hope so. Thanks, Renee. You need to find a plan you can do for life. It's not only a temporary fix. I'm on the Mediterranean way of life. I think it speaks of that in this anti-inflammatory diet, and that's kind of pretty much what that is. But I know that a Mediterranean diet or lifestyle consists of a lot of olive oil, healthy fats, vegetables, and pretty much low carb. But I made some salmon cakes the other day, and I used a gluten-free breadcrumb. And I don't know about the sugars in that, because I know a lot of time gluten-free stuff has more sugar than stuff with gluten. But either way, I ate that with Brussels sprouts and lima beans, like as a meal. No, not Brussels sprouts, I'm sorry, cauliflower, like buffalo cauliflower and lima beans as a meal. And I was so satisfied after I ate it, and I wasn't craving sugar afterward, and I felt good. And I noticed I cooked that with a lot of olive oil, and like all of the body aches that I was having that day just from whatever, it went away. It felt like I took like Tylenol or something, but I was just amazed by what food could do. Yeah, that was very yum. I think I might make that again today. But at the same time, like I said, I'm trying to get all the food out of my house that is not keto friendly, and that would definitely probably be a keto friendly meal. Tony, what's up, Tony? I keep losing my place in the comments. I'm sorry if I'm skipping over your... Damn. They must be late for work. Okay. How long did it take you, Reckless 1990? Oh, gotcha. Apple cider vinegar helps with PCOS. Cinnamon to it. I need to be more consistent with doing that, because I know apple cider vinegar can like cure everything. And they also had a book at Barnes and Noble in the bargain section, like this one. And I think that one was only like $7, but it was like the apple cider vinegar cure, and it was a thick book, so must have had a lot of goods in there. What is at home beginner's workout? I just weighed myself and it was 259. Um, a good at home workout would definitely be HasFit, like I said. If you guys watched my live yesterday and I did that workout with them, um, check out all their videos um, as well as Fitness Blender. Hey girl, hello, what's up, y'all? I do good during the weekday, but the weekends are hard. Do you have any tips on staying on track during the weekend? Um, Staying on track during the weekend is hard, especially when that's the time where we usually go out to eat if we do, um, or we go to family's house for like Sunday dinner, and that's when I typically make my worst decisions that set up my Monday terribly too. And I would definitely recommend, maybe planning out your meals for the weekend. If you plan on going out, maybe look up the menu before you go and get something healthier. It's it's a toss up. I know that's really hard. That gets hard for all of us. Um, as well as drinking a lot of water. Like, of course, people always say it, but during this whole time that I've been going through this carb cycle, not cycling, but this vicious cycle that I've been going through, um, there was a sale on water. I don't know why, but these were like 20 cents. So I grabbed like a whole bunch and I was like, you know what? I'm going to drink one of these every single day. And I hadn't been doing that for a while. I would drink water. That's the only thing I do drink, but I wasn't drinking enough. So throughout that week, this was about 2 weeks ago when I did this, I noticed my skin cleared up. From eating the excess carbs that I was getting a lot of bumps right here, as well as sugar bumps on my skin was looking dull, and I always get complimented on my skin, and it wasn't happening. So I definitely recommend drinking water, even if you have a cheat meal, cheat day. The next day, follow up with drinking hella water to help flush out the bad. And drink, I always say it, but drink green tea throughout the day, not the evening, but the day, because yesterday we went out and we ate sushi. I don't eat sushi because I don't eat rice, but I ate like hibachi and stuff and just probably a little bit more sodium than I needed to. Basically, I ate a lot of chicken and a lot of vegetables, but with the sauce, gets to be a little unhealthy. So afterward, that was probably around this time yesterday. For the rest of the day until probably 7 p.m., I was just drinking lemon inside of green tea, unsweetened, of course. And after that, I felt like I didn't eat anything bad. The antioxidants is the shit. 34, 3404. Oh, wow. I haven't been talking as much as I thought I was. I was diagnosed with PCOS when I was 15. Hair and weight are my biggest issues, starting with getting in-depth hormone reading. To get your hormones read, is that your normal doctor, or would you have to go to like an endo, or a OBGYN, or I'm still kind of confused with all that. The devil is a lie. You're getting healthy. Please explain keto and what it is and how to get on it. Giovanni? Okay, so keto, let me try to explain it in simple terms. Keto is a way of eating that often cures a lot of illnesses and ailments that we as Americans go through, and just as humans these days. But it's basically putting your body into fat burning mode, and your main source of fuel goes from being sugar and sugar glucose, like normal people, to being fat. So you're burning fat as your fuel. That's what's going to keep your energy going throughout the day. So you have to keep your carbs to a minimal, like a very, very low level throughout the day. Um, which means barely any sugar whatsoever. Like, I think the amount of sugar that you can have throughout the day, like the entire day, is like the half of a green apple. Like, that's the equivalent of sugar you can have. And that's either 20 grams or that's 50 grams. But you cannot go over 50 grams. And some people can't go over 20. In some rare cases, some people may not even be able to go over 10. But, basically, it's a diet of no sugar and barely any carbs at all whatsoever, minus complex carbs. But even those are to a very minimal. It's a lot of keto consists of a lot of vegetables, a lot of leafy green vegetables, a lot of or moderate protein. Like I said, if you eat too much protein, you can go out of keto as well. So it's a very detailed, I won't say diet, it's a way of life, because once you start keto, like I did, and I kicked myself out and I tried to go back to a normal way of eating, it don't work that way. Your body usually will not accept you trying to go from keto back to eating normally, and then you still benefit from whatever you're trying to do. So that's keto in a nutshell. Um, Fruit. Y'all, when I tell you, when I go back to keto, I'm eating so much pineapple before I go. Like, on my way out, I'm like pulling them down from every tree and just cutting them up on my way, just eating them on my way out back to keto. Because I really am going to miss pineapple, and that's one thing you can't have. Can't have. And it's a tease. Like, even my small amount of carb that I can have throughout the day, nope. Nah, it ain't going to happen. Because I know I'll eat the whole thing. How can one understand enlightenment without understanding what limitation enlightenment took? What's your thought on the Whole30? I actually don't know exactly what Whole30 is. I know it contains whole grains. I do know that. And I know that whole grains in the beginning of my weight loss were cool. Now they're not my friend at all. We ain't cool at all. So depending on, what your body can tolerate, how badly your metabolic situation is, depends on rather whether Whole30 would be a good diet for you or not. A lot of us that have like a lot of trouble losing weight or are very overweight, we all have problems with insulin, and especially those of us who hold most of the weight in our stomach, normally always have an insulin problem. So with that being said, it's best to stay away from carbs. Not Some people, like I said, can tolerate them, some people can't, but I think through our lifetime, as we just eat whatever we want for years and years, and we have no discretion. It's like, once we finally decide, you know what, it's time to get healthy, it's really time to get healthy, our bodies are like, we ain't having it. There's some things that you just had enough of, like for 10 years, and you're not going to have that anymore. And if you do, you're going to reap the consequences. And I'm definitely feeling those consequences. So once you metabolically like burn yourself out, the comeback is real. It's hard, you guys. And I can be the one to admit that I got to a point in my weight loss in this journey where I said, I did it. I'm good. Now I just got to maintain it. You know, I can slip up here and there, maybe a little bit more than I used to. And that's probably what got me to where I am right now. And, you know, I've never completely gone back to my old ways of eating. But I have kind of loosened the belt a little too much, figuratively speaking. Because if I didn't, I don't think when life, yeah, yeah. If I didn't, I think maybe my willpower would have been a little bit better. Maybe this whole carb cycle wouldn't have started, and or I would have stayed on keto, or whatever the situation is. We all live, we learn, and this is just another part of the journey that never stops. It's a lifetime thing. Once I think the beauty in weight loss and the weight loss community that so many people don't realize is like a lot of people see people starting out and then they see what they're after. But what a lot of people don't understand is you're never really there. You never just start at a point and there's a finish mark. Finish is death in a negative way of speaking, but honestly, it's a lifetime thing. Once you start a weight loss journey or a health fitness journey, whatever, it's ongoing. You can never stop. And being able to stay on that journey, stay on track, even when life is thrown at you, is such an accomplishment. And I'm realizing, like, you guys tell me how strong I am all the time, but I'm realizing it is true. It's true. For real. Um, You never read my comments, Chris. Chris, I'm sorry. Let me try to go find your comments. Oh, an OB/GYN diagnosis. I'm sorry, the light is kind of like, it's a little hard to read the comments, but hormonal imbalances and PCOS, but then they might refer you to an endo. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. I'm so blessed to have insurance nowadays, y'all, because I know when I started my channel, I mentioned to a lot of you guys when doing lives that I did not have health insurance for years, from the age of like 18 to when I got pregnant with Kai. And so my health, like in reality, in reality, even though it looked good on the outside, it was up in the air. I didn't know what was going on the inside of my body. You know, I thought I was eating healthy, I was working out well, but you see where I'm at now? And I know you guys always hear me saying, I'm going to the doctor for this, I'm going to the doctor for that. Oh my God, my elbow itches. What does the doctor say about it? Because it's like, since I hadn't been to the doctor for so long, I became my own doctor. The internet became my doctor. And I was just constantly trying to figure out, if this is happening, what's wrong with me? So I was self-diagnosing 24/7. And a lot of the time I was right. By the time I got to the doctor, I already knew, like, I'm one of those people that surprised the doctor, like, how did you know that? Because I needed to know that, honestly. Um, I don't like the Whole30. I tried it and failed, but a couple worker did great with a coworker, I'm guessing, dropped weight. See, we're all different. We gotta understand that too. What works for some of our bodies is not gonna work for some of us. And you know, when people come to me, especially telling me I need to lose weight, I want to lose weight, the first thing that I do is I look at them. I look at their body, and where they're holding their weight, or what they say is their trouble area. And say someone who holds a lot of weight in their hips and their thighs, their diet, their workout, their whole way of living is going to be completely different from someone who holds most of their weight in their upper body and stomach, um, as well as a couple different things. I think there's either there's either 3 or 4 different body types, but that's when stuff gets tricky. And that's why I need to be working on getting like a real certification and stop saying I'm going to do it and just do it. But there's so much that goes into doing that, and a lot of money that at the moment your girl don't have. See, I don't know if it seems like I'm broke, and low key I am. I'm not gonna flex and act like YouTube, like YouTube pays my entire life. But what I make from YouTube, I am saving, one, for my surgery, two, for a new car, and three, just for life. So it's like throwing a $5,000 to $10,000 certificate into there is like a whole nother thing that I'm saving for. And it's like I'm not going to use my GoFundMe money for anything but my surgery. So that's put away. I'm not touching that until it's time to sign my surgery waivers. But let me not get off track. I'm doing it again. And I'm not going to talk for more than an hour. For more than an hour, because I just be yapping, y'all. I see your extra skin and I admire you for that. I have 2 kids, have extra skin in my stomach too. Is there any exercise that you recommend? You know, also another thing with the excess skin, doing keto, I noticed, like, I don't think it would ever completely heal my excess skin and I would just have like tight ab body. But my skin was like a better quality when I was doing keto. Like, I was looking younger. And that's a whole nother reason that I should start. I mean, a lot of people tell me I look younger than I am, but yeah. But I definitely recommend HIIT to everyone and anyone on any type of, unless you're like really, really small. And even then, I recommend HIIT to everybody. I know you didn't ask me, but the best way to lose belly fat is through diet. Yep, you can do cardio to burn fat, but exercise to target the belly area, help tone up some. Yep, that's so true. That's so true. I should have just referred to you. Thank you, girl. Grizz? Is it Grizz or Chris? Grizz. Grizz, like the bear from We Bear Bears. Oh, that's Kyram's thing. The Lost Tribe of Earth, Summer, go back to 225 timestamp. You totally skipped my question. Oh, 225. I hope you're still here. Thank you for giving me the time, too. That, like, low-key helps me. What supplements do you take? I take 10K D3, iron, multivitamin, magnesium citrate, potassium citrate. Currently, I'm only taking fish oil, omega 3s, a probiotic, the multivitamin, and the B12 are all Oli brand by Target. And I realized that they have sugarcane in them, and I will probably stop taking those and go back to taking a supplement rather than a gummy. But I had been wanting to try the Oli brand for a long time, and I had a coupon like from the Red Card or whatever at Target, so I went ahead and picked a couple of those up. But I don't like the fact that I would rather have like the sucralose or the fake sugar in a vitamin before the real, because that could easily throw me out of ketosis if I was to go back, or when I'm to go back to doing keto, you know. Prenatal vitamins. Do I still take prenatals? No. When I switched back from taking prenatals about a year right after I had Kai, then I just went back to a multi, which had pretty much the same things. But yeah, prenatals are amazing. Yeah, you don't. That's why I kept taking them for a year after. That probably helped me grow some of this too. The shame. Love your videos. They inspire me so much. I'm glad you realized that you're strong. Keep pushing. Thank you for reading my comment. There's one before that too. Oh no, Grizz. What was the can you tell me the timestamp on that one too? I'm sorry. You're such a freaking inspiration for me. I say that with every video I watch of you. Sorry, but like seriously, you make me feel I can accomplish my shit. Oh, and you can. You can. Oh, I really, I really believe like all these things sound so cliche, like so oversaid, but you can really do anything that you put your mind to. And going through these past 3 months have felt mentally like the hardest days of my life that I didn't think that I could pull through because my mind was not functioning properly. Like I could not think straight for anything, especially with the fog of carbs just everywhere. Um, but I couldn't be productive, like nothing. But figuring out what's going on with my body, it's like drinking more water has just put me in a such a better mental state, and I'm ready to take on life again. Um, Fighting for your existence without a fight is sexy as fuck, dummies. Oh, molecular level of summer. Okay, so I'm not sure I understand your life or logic, but okay, Jack. Yes, you are so strong. I know you got this. Thanks, Nina Bina. My fat is all in my stomach. Yes, I know. I know the struggle, yo. I know the struggle. Even though I have like small like deposits of fat like in little places, like I'm realizing like insulin resistance has probably plagued me for my entire existence. Even since like birth. If you guys have seen pictures of me when I was like 4, even then, like I had the hugest stomach. Like I looked pregnant at like 2, 3, 4. Um, you gotta back to work. Gotta go back to work. Aw, better get that money, Alicia. Pick your coins up, girl. What? How do you make money off YouTube? Please tell me. Oh no! You guys still here? Okay, still here. Cool. Um, Making money off YouTube comes from ads and AdSense on your videos, and it's very. I'm very lucky, very blessed that I am able to, receive some type of like commission from doing videos, but that's not the only reason that I do them. I really feel like I'm helping people, and at the same time I'm helping myself get better at something that I enjoy. I just have to learn to stop talking so much off of task or off of topic. um, get better with my notes or something, but practice makes perfect. 21.4. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Let me. Whoa. Okay. So glad you have insurance, girl. Who are you telling? Actually, cannot wait until you're able to get your surgeries. I'm gonna see everything and all the amazing results, you guys. When I find out I'm getting my surgery, I'm going to buy an entire new camera just for the occasion so that I can blog the best quality the whole time I'm there. I'm actually going to Miami in July with a friend who was actually going for surgery herself. And, it'll help me get a better idea of the whole process, and I'll be helping her for 10 days on that. So, kind of give me some insight. And I'll probably vlog that too. Ketos for skin, timestamp 236. And what was the other stamp? Okay, 214, 236. Let me go. 214. Okay. I admire weight loss. I've been fighting with my weight loss. Oh, that's from. You need to find a plan you can do. Do you think you might have PCOS, hormonal imbalance? I was recently diagnosed with PCOS after I had my baby. My hormones are disbalanced, and I have the same symptoms you have, craving sugar and carbs. Yep, I'm pretty positive now. And I definitely missed one. Carrie, what did you say? Um, to 216. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of the symptoms you were experiencing that made your doctor want to check for insulin resistance. I hope you heard those when I mentioned them. What doctor, what your opinion on, I weighed 132 and I want to lose, what? I wish I weighed, no, I would be a twig if I weighed 132. It's hard being young, trying to be on a diet, but workouts. I definitely could mention that, you know, YouTube has came such a long way. They have so many workouts that you can do at home. And I know I'm just being like generic, just recommending that to everyone. But honestly, if I was like at the beginning starting out again, I would definitely do it that way because I didn't know anything when I started out. And even though I was old enough to, you know, have the gym membership and buy my own food, whatever, if I would have knew the benefits of doing YouTube workouts, sis, I would have been lit a long time ago. I'm new. Can you tell me what stomach exercises work for you? I have to lose stomach unless from, oh girl, as we were just saying, um, a lot of the yeah, as losing your stomach, I did things along the way that, you know, may have helped me in the gym, but it's never solely focusing on your core or your abs that are going to get you a flat stomach. I was eating right. I was eating a lot of vegetables. I was getting proper sleep. I was taking probiotics, things that all start on the inside. So, you know, when you see people in the gym, they're doing crunches, they're doing um, like knee, I don't even know all the names. But when you see people focusing on their core, a lot of the time they're probably trying to build abs, but solely doing core exercises are not what's going to get you a smaller stomach. You need to focus on your diet. You need to focus on getting proper sleep and just the whole nutritional side before you go to working on your stomach. And then when you do, HIIT is going to help you with that a lot. I would look up HIIT exercises that maybe focus on burning fat in your abs or your core. But yeah, can you do smoothies on keto? I doubt it, but I'm probably lying by saying that because I said that really quick. You probably can, but it's going to be very limited to what you can use as far as sweeteners. So you're going to have to use like erythritol, xylitol. Is that even a sweetener? Um, yeah, you can probably have them, but you're going to have to switch it up because fruits will not be a source of sweetener, nor sugar, nor honey, um, or agave, or any other real sweetener. So you got to kind of embrace like artificial sweeteners or organic stevia, which in my mind is still an artificial sweetener. But yeah. Hi, Summer. Much love from Ethiopia. Big inspiration you are. I'm 203. I had my son 6 months ago, C-section. How would you recommend I jumpstart my weight loss? I So when I had Kai and I started my weight loss, um, or restarted my weight loss, I went in heavy. I started out like I never had a surgery. I started doing crunches. I was like, nope, I got to get this weight off. And I had to like sit back and realize, you know, it wasn't put on in a day. It's not going to come back off on a day, in a day. So I would definitely focus on, you know, trying to fix all your unhealthy eating if you are eating unhealthy, and doing some detoxes, and then start on some light to moderate, you know, hit or cardio, um, before pushing your way back into weight training. And definitely don't do anything that's going to irritate your stomach. If you're anything like me, for those first couple of months after having my C-section, I was completely numb there. So I didn't even feel that area. So it made it easy for me to do core exercises because I wasn't feeling it. But I could have really done damage, and you don't want to do that. Oh, you can have berries, but with a limit. I was scared to do that because I know no limit when it comes to berries. So I didn't do that. And you know, some berries are going to be sweeter than others. You get a whole box of blueberries or whatever they come in. You know, you're going to get one that's like stupid sweet, and then one that's like, so you you really don't know. And same goes for, you know, a lot of other berries. And I just don't know my limit when it comes to fruit and sweet things. And my body is like, it can sense that itty bitty little tiny bit of sugar, and it's just like, give me more. And then I just go in a whole binge. And that's why when I'm doing keto, I'm staying away from sugar, like, as much as I can. Here in my head. Talking off topic is always good. I love how honest and true you are. I try to be, y'all. I know y'all got to put up with me and my mind like going every single place but where it's supposed to be, but I'll get better with this. Avocados. Do you count calories you eat? Never. I've never done it, and I guess I'm going to have to start. You inspire me. I'm not working out and going to the gym, also cross training. You are or you're not? You're not now, or you are now. YOLO. Your weight loss journey is so inspiring. Thank you, Lindsay. I definitely, what is it? DeQuinn Morgan. I hope I said that right. I definitely got into working out and bulking my channel, building my channel around what I'm doing as well. For the longest time, I was not losing weight for anything and was definitely in a plateau. Yes. And now it's very much working. Definitely inspired by you. Thank you, sis. Oh, thank you. I'm happy that you're making gains. We're no limit soldiers. I do cardio, but sometimes I don't get enough sleep, or I have hard times eating in a diet. You look stoned. Are you tired as fuck? Greetings from Greece. Okay. So I'm gonna cut all the comments there, you guys. This is already an hour, and I said I wasn't gonna go past an hour, but nah, I'm not stoned or tired. I just got back from the gym, and I took all my makeup off of my face, and I'm about to put this mask on. So that's why yeah, that's why I probably look tired as hell right now. But you know, I'll be coming to y'all with the real. So oh no. Oh, greeting. Okay, you guys. So Jessica, let me answer that really quick, and I'm not going to answer any more comments, you guys, because I'm going to cut this video in a minute. But I've been able to lose 40 pounds just by going vegan. Oh, but my stomach is very stubborn. I'll try probiotics. Yes, try use some probiotics for real. Like, make sure they're like high in the billions of CFUs, but definitely try that. Looking into all different types, and don't just like. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.